Good morning to you. More questions than answers remain following an armed federal raid of 2 locations of a Gallatin Valley business. We have the latest for you in a moment.
I'm Emma Hamilton reporting in Bozeman, where the fair is back in town.
No truth to the rumor. It took her like 22 times to shoot that tease, by the way. She was having so much fun on the slide. I don't know if that's true or not.
That is fabulous.
Slide right into our last half hour. That's what we're doing.
Jody Messina played last night. Everyone had a blast.
Yep.
That went. We'll talk about the fair here in just a moment. Our top story for you now. Senator Rand Paul puts the brakes on a funding bill for the 9/11 first responders.
The Republican from Kentucky says debt concerns led to his decision. John Lawrence picks up the story.
A hurdle placed in front of the September 11th Victims' Compensation Fund.
It is so frustrating. The truth of the matter is that there are so many first responders who are sick.
On Wednesday, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand asked for unanimous consent on the bill, a move that would speed the passage process. And that's when Senator Rand Paul stepped forward and objected.
Mr. President,
Senator from Kentucky.
We're adding debt at about $1 trillion a year. And therefore, any new spending that we are approaching, any new program that's going to have the longevity of 70, 80 years should be offset by cutting spending that's less valuable.
Paul later tweeted that he was not blocking the 9/11 bill, but rather asking for a vote on an amendment to offset the cost.
Pardon me if I'm not impressed in any way by Rand Paul's fiscal responsibility virtue signaling.
Gillibrand is calling on Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to hold a floor vote on the bill so the bill can be addressed before Congress's recess next month.
We need to show with our reactions, not just our words, that we have never forgotten what these heroes did for our nation. Otherwise, never forget is meaningless.
McConnell previously vowed that the current law, which expires in 2020, would be funded fully. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
By the way, that measure passed the House last week in a bipartisan 402 to 12 vote.
Wow. A lot more to come on that story.
No question about it.
No question about it. Matt, you went to the fair yesterday.
I did.
Gorgeous weather, huh?
It was fantastic. I had maybe 14 raindrops and a little bit of a breeze. I think it's the coolest day that I've ever spent.
Yeah, because it can be a little warm there at times. There's no doubt about that.
Did you also have 14 corn dogs?
I only had one, to be honest.
Okay.
But it was
expecting
a big
more.
One. It was a jumbo. Temperature's pretty warm across the midsection. We are on the cooler side as you head into the afternoon. Daytime highs today into the mid-70s. It will be a windy one. It looks like we're going to dry out for a while. We'll take a look at our rainfall totals for the month so far and much more in just a few
walking
minutes.
up to the window of the trailer. I'd like a corn dog, please, St. Bernard size. If I could get that, that would be awesome.
I'm wondering what other kind of snacks he had.
Yeah.
He'll tell us all about it here in just a little bit. Let's get back to the news. It is 6:34 here on your Thursday morning. We are glad to have you with us. Our top local story for you, and this was quite the buzz on social media yesterday. Federal agents yesterday carried out raids on 2 separate locations of a chiropractic business.
Yeah, those agents were armed and left witnesses with a lot of questions. MDN's Cody Boyer has the latest on the story.
That's right. Now, we've been here since early this morning around 7:30 as federal agents and other agents from the IRS have been going inside and out of the Pro Chiropractic Center here north of Belgrade. We also are learning that they've done the same thing in Bozeman. Not many details have been released at this time so far, but we did learn from one of their actual agents that came out and spoke with me, even gave me her card, saying that they're here on official business, nothing more. We also learned from the Gallatin County Sheriff, who also responded and helped federal agents while they were out here, that they were here to serve papers. Now, the investigation has continued. We don't know too many other details other than that. The guard that has been standing in front of the chiropractic center has been standing there pretty much all day.
In part of a statement sent to us, Pro Chiropractic owner John Wilhelm says, quote, "We do not wish to jeopardize the ongoing investigation and therefore cannot comment more at this time. As soon as we started getting information, and if you are following our KBZK app, we immediately sent out a push notification with the latest details."
We will continue working to bring you the latest information on this as well, including when we hear back, hopefully, from the IRS. In Belgrade, Cody Boyer, back to you.
Now, we did reach out to the Internal Revenue Service special agent earlier yesterday, who has not yet updated us on that situation. Of course, a story we're going to continue to follow.
We'll switch back to politics and national news for you now. A Democratic-born resolution to impeach President Trump went nowhere in the House yesterday.
Yeah, CNN's Reed Binion has the latest.
The yeas are 332 and the nays are 95 with one answering present. The motion is adopted.
The House voting overwhelmingly to kill Democratic Representative Al Green's solo bid to impeach President Trump. Green defended his efforts, saying, quote, "In my opinion, it didn't fail. We have to make a statement to the American people that there are some among us who believe that President Trump is unfit and should be impeached." Green's impeachment attempt spawned from his belief that the president needs to be punished for his controversial tweets.
Why would we not send the president a powerful message that this country will not tolerate bigotry, racism, hate, xenophobia, Islamophobia?
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi gave her reasoning why Democrats weren't so eager to follow Green's lead.
We have 6 committees that are working on following the facts in terms of any abuse of power, obstruction of justice, and the rest that the president may have engaged in.
President Trump weighed in on the vote on his way to a campaign rally in North Carolina.
The most ridiculous project I've ever been involved in. That's the end of it. Let the Democrats now go back to work.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
In other news here on your Thursday morning, a lightning-started fire has destroyed the historic Mount Holmes Fire Lookout in Yellowstone National Park. Officials say during a severe storm yesterday, lightning struck and then burned the historic structure to the ground. The fire also damaged a park radio repeater. The lookout is located southwest of Mammoth Hot Springs and north of Madison Junction. Head over to our app at our websites for more details.
In other headlines, the renovations for the current Bozeman High School getting cut by $2.5 million to stay within budget. High school will still be getting a new 2-story classroom building along with an auditorium and new student commons. School district officials say they were going above and beyond with original plans. They went through this same process with Gallatin High and had to cut about $9 million from those original plans.
The reality of it is why there's going to be incremental differences between both schools. At the end of the day, when you add everything up, they're going to be equal and very equitable schools across the board.
Now, while the district is having to cut some architectural elements to stay within budget, officials decided early on to add an additional 4 classrooms.
And the Gallatin County Regional Park is about to get a big helping hand. The county just got a $150,000 grant from the Land and Water Conservation Fund, and it will be used for a lot of different things at the park. The money will help pay for parking lots, public restrooms, and additional irrigation systems in the dog park. Deputy County Administrator says this will go a long way to make parking better year-round.
The regional park is a tremendous asset to the community, especially as we continue to grow. To have that open space available to our community is an amazing thing. And it's really exciting to be able to leverage our local investment with the federal dollars to continue to improve the amenities on that property.
Now those improvements should be completed by the end of 2020.
That's awesome.
It's incredible.
Putting that money to good use.
Absolutely. And it's a summertime tradition that a lot of people look forward to every single year.
That's right. Our Emma Hamilton is at the Big Sky Country Fair with all you need to know.
The annual Big Sky Country Fair is back in town this weekend through Sunday. And while it's a weekend full of family fun, it also has some other benefits too.
It also provides a lot of seasonal jobs to folks that are, we have teachers that are needing some hours during the summer, so we have a lot of really great Bozeman teachers that are in helping us this week.
Being the busiest spot all weekend long, the fair needs all of that help. You'll find all of the classic fair food, rides, vendors, and animals, along with the endless entertainment events and shows. New this year, the Big Bug exhibit, which might be a little creepy crawly, along with your classic 4-H events that have been a tradition for years and continues to support the kids.
4-H, for instance, the sale that they have here annually, that they've raised upwards of $600,000 this last year. Those dollars all going back to the kids to go towards their college funds.
All the entertainment and the excitement is included in your admission fee. The carnival is just a little extra. Reporting in Bozeman, Emma Hamilton, MTN News.
And you'll find Emma Daly sitting at the slide.
I love that she was still talking with her hands as she came down the slide.
What a great time she had.
Emma Hamilton, we just love you.
Just as a reminder, gates open every day at noon. Admission $12 for adults, $5 for children, and you'll just have to wait in line behind Emma to use the slide.
Absolutely. Wow. We do have to take a quick break. In a moment, a boy in Utah